paint to get a ring music. This for my people that really never had nothing. The money will come, they do it because they love it. This for my niggas who's tired of being tired. Never take a seat, stand up like...
This episode was brought to you by Commercial Fleet Financing. Each one of us can build wealth, replace scarcity with abundance, replace average with greatness, replace uncertainty with conviction. Success is there for the taking. Small business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, and the ambitious. Grant Cardone tells you what you have to do to prosper in this new economy. He'll inform you in everything business, finance, and career related. Get ready. Find the knowledge for your success. It's all here, right now, in the Cardone Zone.
Hey, Grant Cardone here. Welcome to the Cardone Zone, baby. You have made it to the zone. That by itself says you are a winner, and refuse to be anybody's chicken dinner. Because you got whatever it takes, and you are in the zone. You want to keep your zone working, keep expanding that thing so that you're making more shots. Today we're talking about booming economic expansion. Literally 50 weeks now of job growth. That's how many months in a row the U.S. economy has had positive payroll growth. It's the longest streak on record, by the way, folks, since the data back to World War II, which means 90% of you weren't even alive then. This is the biggest run of economic job growth. Now, what does that mean to you? That's what we're going to find out today on the Cardone Zone. You can literally put your comments right here at Whatever It Takes Network. This show is brought to you by a network that is all about whatever it takes. In November, the U.S. economy added 321,000 jobs, blowing away expectations, which were only 230,000, literally exceeded by 100, and that will probably be adjusted again upwardly. Chris Rupke said in a note following the report, the economy is literally blasting off. But what does it mean to you? What does that mean to you? You're in a position in a company, maybe you just started. Maybe you're in a company, you've been there a year or two. Or you own a company. What does it mean to you now that this economy is going to expand? This cat said with 1 month left to go in the 2014 year, the economy in 2014 is fast enough for companies to hire 2.65 million people. It hasn't been this fast since 1999. Now, add to that, oil prices are down. They're getting crushed again. They're down to $65. What does that do? That leaves more money in your pocket to spend money, and it leaves more money in your customer's pocket to buy things. You need to know that if you're a business owner, and you need to know it if you're an employee, because that means somebody's got more dough. Could mean you. You got more money. What are you going to do with that money? You going to waste it on toys? On Friday morning, after the U.S. jobs report came in this morning, the price of oil was falling again. Texas crude oil is down 2% as we talk. I just finished doing an interview with a guy, Seth Satrakian. I don't know why his mom would do that to him. Okay. This cat, we're doing a show called Market Update now. Look for Market Update with me and Seth Satrakian. We're going to be talking about the market. You know, I hate the stock market. So I basically brought a guy on that can educate me how to invest my money properly in the market. The U.S. dollar is surging today. What does that mean to you? Like, you read all these headlines, you see them. What does it mean? I'm going to tell you what it means today. The most important chart, some people are saying, in the world today is that the long-term chart of a dollar, okay, against other dollars, like the ruble, the Russian ruble. I was on the phone with a 400, 500 and some odd Russian in a webinar. Their dollar, called a ruble, has been hammered 30% this year. It's gone down while ours has gone up. What does that mean? It means it's less expensive for Russians to buy here for us to import goods, and it's more expensive for us to export to other countries. That's going to affect your business if you're an exporter, and it'll affect your business on the positive side if you're an importer. Now, why is all this important? Because I care about you, okay? Look, I'm a little guy, came out of college, got out of college. My mom didn't know how to teach me about money. She didn't teach me how to get money. She taught me how to save money, protect myself, and conserve. She did not teach me how to grow a business. You have to know that. You're a business. You're a brand. You have to grow you and expand. I was telling you 2 years ago, look, man, the U.S. economy sucks. It's terrible. I was telling you a year ago, it's still fragile. You're going to read headlines this weekend that are going to tell you there's an economic boom happening in the United States. I'm going to tell you this. Your financial condition did not change because of that headline. Nobody has more money. 76% of the people that I told you last week, 76% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. This headline that you're reading right now will not change the fact that you still are living paycheck to paycheck. But it should and would change how you're going to conduct business going forward, because that means your customers, your employer, the people you're around are going to have a little bit more money. Just the gas prices going down. If gas went from $3.50 to $2.50, you're going to have another dollar for every gallon of gas you buy. You're going to have $1 left over. What are you going to do with that money? Are you going to invest in the stock market? You're going to go out and buy oil that's going down? You're going to buy gold that's going down? Or are you going to invest in yourself? You should be investing in yourself right now, okay? Investors are going to move to economies over the next year. They're going to move out of Japan, out of the UK, out of South America. Investors will always flock to where the good news is. Don't do it, okay? The good news, it's going to push the stock market up some more. Don't go there. That's where everybody else is going. This is the Cardone Zone. My name's Grant Cardone. Every Friday, I bring you this show. We actually moved this show to Friday so we could set you up for the weekend. I want to share with you today what this economic expansion and these big headlines mean for you. The average American is still living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want that to be you. Look, you can call us at 305-865-8668. I'd love to talk about what we can do with this expansion for your business. Call me 305-865-8668. I'll be right back with the Cardone Zone.
Regardless of your home situation, tax bracket, or way of life, our goal is simple: to improve your quality of life and lower your expenses. With over 30,000 satisfied customers and guaranteed power production for 25 years, it's time to invest in your future. Let's harness the sun together. Visit AmericanVisionSolar.com today. Whatever It Takes Network makes available to you Grant Cardone Live, and his most popular seminar on how to 10x your finances, 10x your social media, and 10x your life at the Hard Rock Hotel, Cancun. Because you couldn't make it to Cancun, don't worry, we'll bring it right to you at 2 seminars streamed right to you on your phone, tablet, and computer, accessible anywhere. You can have the 10X seminar anytime, anywhere, whenever you need it. A $3,000 value available now for only $199. That's right, both seminars for only $199. Register today at whateverittakesnetwork.com/10X Live. That's whateverittakesnetwork.com/10X Live. Hey, Grant Cardone here. You can ask your questions in comments
I'm taking callers at 305-865-8668, 305-865-8668. We're talking about, the title today is How to Benefit from an Economic Expansion. If you want to call in, tell me your deal, your situation, I'm happy to take your call here and talk about what you can do. Look, oil's going down, means you have more money, means your customers have more money. Gold's going down, which means what? There's less worry in the world. Stock market's continuing to go up because the U.S. economy appears to be expanding, and we hired 320,000 people in America. Also, there were fewer people let go at their jobs. Okay, this is big news, folks. Big news, man. Look, the UK's not growing. Japan's not growing. Treasuries, 10-year treasuries, interest rates on a 10-year loan went up today. It says a lot. What are you going to do? It means business is expanding. What are you going to do? Look, I was telling you 4 years ago, freaking go out there and rape and pillage. That's what I was telling you. I don't mean that kind of rape. I mean go out and get everything you can when you can, because there was nobody on the playing field. You understand? When everybody left in the contraction, I told you go out and take their space up. I'm going to tell you to do the same thing on December 24th and 25th and all the way to the end of the year, because there's not going to be anybody out there. When nobody's out there, they contract, they go home, you go take everything from them. When things got better, I said, hey, you got to get your hustle, man. You got to keep your hustle going. Now there's an expansion. Now what are you going to do? Because it requires a different strategy, okay? It requires a completely different idea about what you're going to do now. Was I wrong telling you not to get in the stock market 2 years ago? I told you it would go up. You should have been investing in your company then. You should have been investing in advertising, marketing, branding, and getting better and faster, not in a stock market you have no control over. Invest in you first. Leave the stock market for when you got a bunch of money left over and you can lose it or you can grow it. Let's talk to Mr. Sting from Houston, Texas. Sting, what's up?
How you doing? Who's this?
Grant Cardone, sir.
Oh, what? I'm listening to the show, and I guess it's a little behind.
Yeah, it is. It is, man.
Thank you very much for having me on here.
Thank you, Mr. Sting. Hey, what's your business?
I'm starting an I have an education services company, but I'm doing it from home.
Okay.
And you're talking about, financial expansion or economic expansion. And as far as I understand myself, you're saying, how can I expand my company, basically, to get more?
Yeah, well, what I'm saying, just so you can be on the same page with me, okay? Look, your money needs to be invested in you right now, in your business and in your expansion. The first wave after the economic contraction was to go out and take advantage of no one else on the field. It's a domination tactic.
Oh, yeah, definitely in my field.
Yeah, the second level was when things stabilize, which they have been stabilizing, okay? Business was like, okay, now we're starting to do business again. You have to get your share plus some. You got to go out and grab that extra thing. Now in this expansion, the third level is, look, you literally want to kick greed in now. You got to start thinking about being greedy right now and using fear as your friend, because there's going to be an end to all this. And we're going to all look back 2 years from now and say, man, 14 was good, 15 was good, and it's over again. So how can you apply one of those three? Where are you at with that thinking right now?
Number 3, and greed.
Fear and greed, baby. I love it. Okay?
Yeah, for sure. But let me ask you something else.
Okay.
I was just reading this morning online that U.S. is number 2 and China is number 1.
In what,
I don't know if
number 1 in what?
That data is wrong. If you go to Yahoo News, it's saying official America is number 2. The Chinese economy just overtook the U.S. To the numbers, the data for you, China now accounts for 16.5 of the global economy when measured in real purchasing power terms, compared to 16.3 for the U.S. Even though I don't trust in data,
yeah.
What's your theory on that? I heard there's a lot of news for China. When it goes in debt, it prints its own money, and no one else does that. So
yeah,
how do you feel we can take this global expansion?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Thank you for calling in. Number 1 is, like, all this news you're getting right now, oil down, gold down, okay, rates up, economic expansion, we're hiring people. I'm like, my wife says, what does this mean? It means I got to get up this morning, baby, go hustle and get mine. That's what it means, okay? China's bigger. What does that mean to me today? I don't care. First of all, I don't trust the Chinese numbers because they're not regulated like our numbers, so they can just almost say whatever they want to say. Look, they got 1 billion people there. Their economy is going to be bigger than ours at some point. We have 300 million people. We don't have enough babies in this country, and we don't allow enough immigration, which I support. We got plenty of blank space and empty land in this country. I'm like, let people come in, man. Let people come in and produce something. If we can feed them, let them come in and let them work. The problem is we let so many people stay here that don't work, that don't do anything, that just are freeloaders. So how big is China? It's big, okay? But I think China goes bust before it makes its next phase because it's been spending a lot of money and using debt to do that, and they just don't have everything in place, at least from what I hear from people that are traveling around the world. First wave, folks, the first wave is to dominate when nobody's on the field. From the 23rd of this month to the end of this year, there will be no one on the playing field, okay? What does that have to do with you, that there's more jobs? Nothing. What's your hustle going to be at the end of the year here? What's it going to be in a short month? You cannot miss a deal now. You cannot miss an opportunity. Now is the time to hammer down, add effort to your equation right now, add staff right now. If you're a company and you own a company, you should be adding staff to push into the expansion. Don't miss an opportunity, not one of them. Call every lead back. Ownership and upper management should be texting every lead and every opportunity with a personal text. You see this Army-style walkie-talkie? I got people asking me about, let's see who's asking me here. Dominate says, what's going on with the military-grade walkie-talkie? Motorola sent us this, John Ashford from Memphis. So I want to thank you, John Ashford, Motorola. Is he on the phone? Give him to me. Hey, John.
Hey.
Dude, why didn't you send me the little one that I get to talk into my cuff? That's the one I want.
I'll get you that one, man.
I need that bad, dude. I always wanted to be like a CIA agent.
I want to thank you, John.
Hey, I want to just turn the audio off on your end. Hey, I want to thank you for sending that. I really appreciate it. John, what do you do?
I sell and rent two-way radios, Motorola radios, throughout Memphis market and all over the country.
Dude, I didn't even know people use walkie-talkies anymore.
Oh man, walkie-talkies are in use everywhere, from the retail store you walk into all the way to the major construction projects, every hotel and every apartment complex that the property managers have to operate.
Well, okay, I'm going to get a bulk deal from you because I got a bunch of apartment properties and they need these there to use, okay? I really appreciate you calling in. Give me 1 second. I'm going to come back if you have a question. Okay, this is Grant Cardone. You're watching the Cardone Zone. That was John Ashford from Memphis with Motorola. What are you doing to get your roller on, folks? Stay with me.
For over 30 years, international interior designer Stephen G is a world-renowned master of contemporary and traditional high-end design.
To me, lifestyle and comfort is what a great design project is all about.
Interiors by Stephen G has galleries in Florida and New York. With staff fluent in 7 different languages, Interiors by Stephen G offers a full-service experience from construction to completion. Visit Interiors by Stephen G at Facebook or his website, interiorsbystephenG.com. That's interiorsbystephenG.com to get started on bringing your design fantasies to a level beyond your dreams. Visit interiorsbystephenG.com today.
First rec mail sale we had in helping us sell over 200 new Lexus in one weekend.
We have established relationships with some of the best dealerships in the nation.
When you work with Hamlin Associates, John is from the automotive business. John has a really good grasp of what it takes to make a sale successful, and John is very much worried about your return on investment.
Let us help you go to the next level.
Hard work demands the highest price. Auto dealers, do you sell your notes? Are you disappointed with your current lender, your price, or your service? If you need capital now, we are the answer. Use our nationwide network of lenders. Trust us with your portfolio. Expedite your cash flow. With over $120 million submitted in 2014, we'll deliver. Dealer Capital Services. Visit mydealercapital.com or call 337-451-6921 today.
Can't hold the USA down, baby. We got an economic expansion going on. It's boom time, USA. We always come back because we are the leading entrepreneurs on this planet with the number one hustle on the planet. I know you have yours on, at least people following the Cardone Zone and that are subscribed at Whatever It Takes Network. If you haven't done that, folks, subscribe. I'm going to shut that down before long, okay? And we're going to sell subscriptions there, so get it while it's free. Just call me your Santa Granta. Okay. And check out whateverittakesnetwork.com/10x live. That's the seminar that you've heard about. It's a 5-hour event, bonus content, unedited, unbelievable. And it's what, $200 or something? $199. Freaking steal. Okay. People pay $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 to go to that event. So you're getting it for nothing. And you get to keep it on any and all your devices for as long as you want. Folks, right now, what do you do with an economic expansion? You're going to see headlines everywhere. Economic boom in the U.S. You're going to see it just like it's going to be on every paper. It's going to be everything, everywhere you see all weekend, they're going to be talking about it. What does it mean to you, your wife, and your kids? What does it mean to your company? What does it mean to your startup? What does it mean if you're working? This is what it means. Hammer down. You got a hammer right now. You need to add effort right now to everything that you're doing. Every push into the marketplace, you need to add extra effort. Number 3, you need to add extra staff. You're staying small. It's the biggest single mistake I made in business. Don't stay small. Invest money, add people, and do it now. Number 4, don't miss any opportunity or moment you have to get a new customer. Let's go back to John, my friend from Motorola. John, why'd you send me this Motorola, this workup, bro? What's the deal?
And I sent you that radio so you could see what we're contributing or what we're putting out in the field with the economic expansion. I mean, we've got project sites all over the Gulf Coast and all over the country that we're supplying radios to, seeing a lot of investment in the economy with people building out new projects and expanding plants. And that's a piece of what we're putting out there. You know, when they've got 10,000 workers coming in to build a plant, and they're going to be there for a few years, those are what allow that to communicate. That's the message that gets across the entire plant with that radio.
So you would go to a refinery, or like you said, an apartment complex, they could buy something like this. But how could a small business, entrepreneurial service business use this as well?
I mean, in every area of the country, they got systems that small businesses can talk on that are owned by local dealers that they can communicate citywide with their employees, and they can buy that radio, rent that radio, bundle that radio with radio and airtime. And that's a big thing that changed for us when the downturn happened. Is we went to, if you haven't got the capital, then you got the operating budget, and we'll rent it to you.
So how's that walkie-talkie being affected by people's ability to text and use a telephone?
Well, if you got a phone in your hand and it's a business operation, you're going to be able to get on and surf and go through Facebook and do all the things that have nothing to do with business. That radio is meant to push to talk, let up to listen, get your message across by voice, but you can also text. So you can shoot short text across to your employees and messages that aren't over the air with a voice. So the main use that you're talking about, it just cuts out all of the extra wasted time efforts that are on a cell phone.
So like this could be just plugged into my jacket and I could hit it like a policeman.
Absolutely.
Chokehold somebody.
And I believe there were some surveillance kits that came along with that.
Oh my gosh, man, I got to check all that out. Okay, maybe Spray can send me the surveillance kits, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this thing up on my jacket where I could actually, I could do this. I could actually video myself, have this on hold, and be freaking strong arming a customer across the table. Sign right there and do it now.
Go.
Right?
There you go.
Dude, I appreciate the gift, man. Thank you. Let me know what I can do to help you. Hey, how do people follow you and your company?
I'm John, JON _ Ashford on Twitter, and Integrated Communications is ICIwireless.com.
Okay, John_Ashford on Twitter. Hit him up right now, folks. You're watching Whatever It Takes. The name of the show is CardoneZone. You know who I am because I did a damn good job of making sure you know me, okay? What am I telling you, man? We got an economic expansion. If you don't take advantage of this, shame on you. Bill Gates says, look, if you were born poor in America, it's not your fault. If you stay poor in America, shame on you. That's what the Cardone Zone's about. Get your share. Right now, I'm telling you, economic expansion. You're a manager, mid-level management, executive management in your company. You need to kick Santa's ass this year. How do you do that? You take advantage of the moments. Hammer down right now. Anybody and everybody listening to this show, hammer down. Do not get distracted by freaking Santa. He comes and takes from you every year. He's clubbing you like a baby seal. Okay, how about Terrence from Atlanta? Dude, Atlanta's even recovering. It's crazy. Hey, man.
Hey.
What's up?
This Grant?
No.
Oh, okay.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man? I'm a CardoneZone disciple. Just want to let you know that. Took your information. I look at your stuff. You said bank your money, go get some apartments. That's what I did. Economic expansion helps me because more people, more jobs. They can rent more apartments. So I took your advice and I did that.
Yeah. So look, if you own an apartment right now and people have a little more money, what do you want to do?
People got a little. We're gonna raise the rents up a little bit.
Maybe you don't need to raise the rents. Maybe you need to give some other value rather than raising the rents, because raising the rents bothers people, man. It makes people like, oh, I don't like that. Maybe you give them something. Maybe you start saying, you know what? We don't want you taking the trash out to the bin anymore. We're going to do that for you. Leave it at your front door. We're going to pick it up and we're going to charge you $30 a month for that.
Awesome.
Or maybe you say, maybe you quit doing the dogs for free, dude. Maybe you start charging. You know, a guy will pay more for a dog than he will for his girlfriend.
Yes, he will.
And he'll get rid of his girlfriend before he gets rid of his dog. And a woman, she'll never get rid of her dog, and she'll get rid of 6 men.
Never get rid of your bitch.
Whoa. Well, you throwing down, Terrence.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, man. Well, good, man. I'm glad you found the show, and I'm glad you're taking my advice, brother. Welcome to the 10X world and the Cardone Zone.
I'm listening to it all morning. I haven't been able to sleep. I bought that 10X two weeks ago.
Did you get the half price?
I got the half price. I haven't been able to sleep, Grant.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Crazy, man. Well, good, man. Welcome to my world, brother. Welcome to no sleep and just hustle.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, man. Thank you. How about David from Lakeland, Florida? Lakeland, Florida. David.
Mr. Cardone, how you doing?
Good, David. How you doing, man?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for taking my call.
Hey, great to have you on the show.
Really appreciated the conference. Listened into that both nights.
Oh, you did the 10X, whateverittakes.com 10X Live?
Yes, sir.
That's it. Whatever It Takes Network. How valuable has that 5 hours been?
It gave us a lot of information and a lot of confidence in the direction we're headed in. That's why I wanted to call in today.
Yeah.
So we are in systems integration, Eager Technology Services, Lakeland, Florida, and we work mostly with the hospitality industry. And we realize that systems integration isn't sexy, and so we created our own system to enhance their customer value and also bring them in more revenue that we can then integrate to their systems. So we're offering a lot of value for that, and it's a great time to push it because their customers have more money, so they're going on trips and buying timeshares and whatnot. So,
of course. So what's your question?
My question to you is this. We've been practicing different closes, and we hit ourselves with a question we couldn't answer. You're a new We love your product. Here's the scenario.
Okay.
We love your product. We'd like to do business with you, but you're a small question. I mean, you're a small company, small guys, haven't been in business that long. How do we know you're going to be around for a while?
Well, why don't you give them some kind of guarantee? So your only concern right now is that I'm not going to be in business 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 9 months from now, or a year.
Yeah, and if we have your business, then we're going to be around.
Yeah, and look them just dead in the eye and say, what is it, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or a year? What are you concerned about?
Let's say a year. or even 5 years, because our contracts, we're trying to get our 5-year contracts.
Okay, good. So if I'm not in business 5 years from now, I release you from the contract. We'll put it in writing.
Okay.
Dude, if you're not in business 5 years from now, freaking they are freely released from the contract.
Right.
Because you ain't in business anymore. So that really, the issue now is not about what's in that contract, okay? It's about what you deliver to that guy. If you go into a hum-haw, not sure, do you need to be like, hey, I guarantee you I'll be in business 5 years from now, but you don't know that. So you're concerned about 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year and a half, 2 years? What are you concerned about? See, right now, while he's doing this, what's he thinking about? He's thinking about being in business with me for 2 years. And then you just need to look at him and say, I guarantee you I'll be in business with you for two years from now. And if I'm not, look, the startup thing is in your head, okay?
And one thing we had thought about doing was putting aside a sum of, even a sum of money, like a percentage of the whole contract amount.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go there. I wouldn't even go there. This is similar to people saying, hey, I'm young. Everybody's asking me because I'm 22 years old and I'm starting out in business, or I'm a startup, okay? So what? You're a startup, man. How many startups are there out there? Uber's a startup. Twitter's a startup. Facebook's a startup. What's the point? Hey, I'm going to be here for you. Look at me dead in the eyes. I'm going to be here. Sign right here. And get back to the close. Get back to closing that deal, because he's just going into some uncertainty and he might just be testing you out. I hope that helps. Let me know if it does, all right? Stephen from Wisconsin. Stephen from Wisconsin, welcome to Whatever It Takes Network, my man.
Hello, Mr. Cardone. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell me, what's your question?
Basically, I'm in startup mode with my business right now. And until my business starts creating revenue, I need to be working full-time to take care of my family. And I'm thinking about moving on into a new vessel, something that's performance-based in sales, because I basically hit a glass ceiling in my career right now. So with the economy the way it is, do you think it's a good idea, being in startup mode, to make the career change?
I think you got to take care of your family first.
Right.
So you can't, here's what I have. I have my dreams, then I had a wife, and then I got kids. Okay. Now I got to figure out how I don't abandon any of them, because my dreams are like children to me. Okay. Like I'm never abandoning my dreams either. So this is everybody's push and rub. It's like, oh man, I wanted to do this, but now I'm married. Well, don't blame your kids and don't blame your marriage. Just don't abandon any of them. So there's 24 hours in a day. Look, you get 7 hours of sleep, 8 hours of sleep. I mean, after that, your body starts hurting. You can't really get more than that, okay? So you got 16 hours left to hustle. Nobody's going to pay you for more than 8 hours a day. Nobody's going to pay you for more than that, okay? So now you got 8 days left, 8 hours a day left for the other gig. A lady wrote me on Whatever It Takes Network. She's actually commented to me today in here, and she's like, hey, Grant, I want to do real estate part-time. I'm like, that's a good idea, but I don't see how you do real estate part-time. And she's like, oh, God, I can't believe you're telling me that. The real estate buyer wants you there full-time. I call you up. Hey, I want to see something. I want to see it right now. This is a big problem in real estate. The days that I want to look at real estate, most real estate agents don't want to work Saturday and Sundays. So all I would tell you, Stephen, is you can do it all, man, but you got to take care. You added some obligations to your dreams, and it sounds like it's called a wife and some kids, right?
Absolutely.
And those are human beings, okay? And a real man is going to do whatever it takes. And whatever it takes doesn't mean outside an ethical barrier. Whatever it takes, people don't take shortcuts. The real whatever it takes, people do what they got to do. And that means you got to take care of mama and the kids. Then you also need to be loyal to your dreams, not abandon those, and freaking dig in and figure out what you got to do to make that happen as well. How many of my products do you have?
I have all your books.
Okay. Well, I would strongly encourage you to go take advantage of the 50% sale at grantcardone.com right now, because all those MP3s you can download to your phone, and they're expansions of the book. So you're going to hear a book that would take you 4 hours to read. It's 8 hours of me talking about that same content. Hope that helps, man. You sound like a great guy. Don't abandon anything, not your dreams, not your kids, and not your spouse. Tyler from Tallahassee.
Hello?
They ever call Tallahassee Talawaki?
Talawaki?
Yeah.
I'm staying classy in Tallahassee. That's about it, man.
Okay. All right. Staying classy in Tallahassee. What's up, man?
What's going on, GC? Hey, man, I wanted to say thank you so much. I don't know. I've been following you now for, I guess, 6 years, right? You pulled me through so much crap, man. And I just wanted to give you kudos for that.
Oh, man, thanks. What kind of crap you been through?
Well, looking at a life sentence in prison, drug addiction.
Wow.
All types of stuff like that.
How did I help you with your life sentence?
You didn't help me with my life sentence. Well, you taught me how to stay positive in jail, I guess.
Uh-huh. Dude, that's awesome, man. So what are you doing now?
Fundraising for a nonprofit.
Great. How you doing with it?
I'm doing good. Their top guy.
Man, that's awesome.
But I got a question for you. When you, where do you see, has technology progresses, how do you see the future of the sales industry? Do you still see a market in like door-to-door selling and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. I think there is no technology that can replace me getting in somebody's face. I mean, I just don't know what the app is. Grant in your face.
That's right.
You know, because, I mean, how do you replace me, the human being? There's only one of me. It could be holographic. It's still not going to be as impressive. If I could do holographic on you right now, or I could be sitting with you, it's just a different experience. There's nothing ever going to replace me in your face.
That's right, man.
You know,
and that's where they're heading next is the holographic.
Yeah, and look, when we go holographic, I'm going holographic, okay? Because I want to holy graphic it.
Right.
See, and then I want to text it, and I want to video it, and I want to email it, and I want to post it, and I want to do it. And look, I just want to use every mechanism possible. I don't care if it's an old dirt road or a donkey or if it's a jet. Okay, they're all mechanisms to get in front of people, all with the same target. Hey, I want to expand my business. I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of my dreams. I want to live in this thing called the zone that a small percentage of people on planet Earth live in, where they're just doing whatever they want to do because they've created something. They have enough. They're not worried. They're not stressed out. Maybe they're not happy, but they're not stressed out every second of every day because they don't have any money. I'm stressed out all the time. But you know my stress comes from today? The next thing I have to do. I got 3 more interviews to do after today. Why? Because I'm keeping my pipeline full. And the more I do that, the more it stresses the engine and the mechanics of who I am and makes me better and gives me more confidence about how much I can do.
All right.
So, dude, be great, man. Stay on the straight and narrow. Do whatever it takes. Keep your ethics in. Stay out of freaking prison, dude. Those life sentences, they long. Okay. Joseph from Charleston, South Carolina.
Grant Cardone.
What you up, man? Can you believe you in the CardoneZone, brother?
I can't believe this is real, man. I feel like I'm talking to the business god himself.
Well, you are, bitch. Call me BG. BG to the GC, business god Grant Cardone. My competitors hate that when I start throwing that swag on. I got guys out there, they listening right now. Okay, David Cribbs, he'll love it. He'll be like, I love GC. But yeah, I got some competitors out there. They hate it when I start swagging out. So free. I'm great. I am great.
They need to follow you on Instagram and see how you do. Because if they did, they'd feel a little bit different.
Yeah. What's up, brother? What's up?
Hey, I just want to say thank you. First off, I'm a member of the university, and I'm studying, trying to get my shit together.
Oh, so you're at Cardone Sales University.
Yes, I am.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and I love it, and I just wanted to say thank you for that, and I appreciate what you guys do. But also, I'm a musician as well as a business owner, and I just started my own podcast.
What kind of musician are you, man?
Singer-songwriter type, but I
sing
play
something to me, man. Sing
something.
And you got to add Grant Cardone and the CardoneZone, and hammer, and the word hammer.
Okay.
And whatever it takes. And whatever it takes.
Grant Cardone, whatever it takes. There you go.
Dude, that ain't bad, but shit, that means I could be a singer too.
Well, you got the sex appeal.
Yeah.
You got to get a guitar.
Yeah. Okay.
No, but anyways, I just wanted to ask you. I just started my podcast, and it's gone from nothing to being on the new Noteworthy Joseph.
Oh, awesome! What's the name of the podcast, man, so people can check it out?
It's called Joseph Coker Work Tapes.
Joseph Coker
Work Tapes.
Work Tapes, okay?
Yes, sir. And I just wanted to see, we've gone from nothing to now it's on the new and noteworthy.
New and noteworthy, man. I know Robert Wiseman's going to be really proud of you.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, what can I do to really, I want to go.
You want to blow up like World Trade Center, don't you? Is it too early for that? Is it still too early for that? It's been like 11, 12 years, man.
Yeah.
Biggie did it, man. Biggie did it. Why can't I do it?
Yeah, I want to blow up like that Zeppelin thing. How about that? That's
okay,
fun.
we blow up like the Zeppelin, man. Okay, that's
What can I do? What can I do to take it even bigger than it is now?
Dude, what can you do? You tell me.
I mean,
let me ask you this question first, okay?
Right.
Tell me the one thing that you need to give up, you need to quit doing in order for you to blow up. What's the one thing? Yeah, that one right there. You just thought about it.
I would say my tendency would be to stop feeling sorry for myself if I hit a roadblock.
Mm-hmm. Good, man. So you need to hit more roadblocks until it doesn't even bother you anymore. I wrote about this last week in our strategy. Actually, I covered this in a 3-hour webinar that we did. Do we have the link to that? The what is that? This was a 3.5-hour webinar that 3,285 people registered for, and 1,001 people, because I was the one, got to listen to for 3.5 hours. And the first tip that I shared in there about business expansion, y'all gonna get the name for me? It's topsalesecrets.com/webinar. I think it's $300. And it's half price right now. So it's $150. Anyway, the first thing I talked about in there is, look, man, if you're experiencing disappointment and rejection, feeling sorry for yourself is an emotion, right? Oh, I feel sorry, I didn't get it. It's not really about being rejected. If you understand what this really is, it's really about you are now aware that your business model is broken and you don't have enough in your pipeline. So what I would tell you to do is be willing to give that up, Joseph, number one. And number two, dude, you need to fill your pipeline up so you have so much in that pipeline that guy saying no or gal saying no is actually relief, because you don't need to worry about fulfilling that order, or you can go to the second person, third person. You should be able to have 5 people fall out every day. Your pipeline should be so full, that you should have 5 people fall out. When I was a single guy, dude, I could have a chick freaking drop me on a Friday night. I had 2 more hitting the front door. That's right. Keep the freaking pipeline full, Robert, okay? Hey, man, Joseph, I hope that helps, brother. Appreciate you calling in. Folks, economic expansion in the United States of America. If you live outside these boundaries called America, USA, move on over here, man. Come on, you in Switzerland, you in Iran. Come on over. We're letting everybody in anyway, aren't we? Now's the time to come, baby, because we're about to have a boom in America, and I want you to take advantage of it. You know what that means? Number one, you got to hammer down. You got to get used to hammering down. You got to get used to throwing that freaking hammer early, throwing it through lunch, throwing it late. When everybody else is gone, keep throwing that freaking hammer. Number two, add effort right now to every activity. So whatever you're throwing that hammer, I want you to add some effort to that phone call, that email, that visit. Add effort to it. Number three, add staff. You got to add some staff around you. There's no reason for you to be a one-man show. I'm giving you permission to invest money in people. Number four, don't miss any opportunity and don't miss any moment. Not one moment of every day. Squeeze the life out of that clock right now. Number five, every lead has to be followed up on no matter what. And find somebody in your company that can personally text every opportunity that you get, whether it's email, phone call, or personal visit. You've been watching the Cardone Zone. Every week I bring you this show on Friday to get your freaking weekend up and going. Sunday, you're going to be tempted to take the day off because you misread the Bible. And the Bible said you should take off the 7th day. But what it really said was this. It said God finished his work and then he rested the 7th day. You ain't done nothing yet. And you're taking off 2 days a week, man. Keep it real, baby. CardoneZone, Grant Cardone on Twitter. Hit me up. Whatever It Takes Network. Post your comments right there. And be sure you subscribe. That will not be free forever. We're 50% today till midnight. at grantcardone.com. Every item, I ship it to you. Take advantage of me, man. I'm telling you, bleed me out on that sale. We've made more customers in the last 8 days than we made in the previous 288 days. Bleed me out. I'm paying the shipping. Buy it for your customers. Buy it for your employees. Buy it for your mama. Buy it for your daddy. Look, if you got dead people in your life, send it to their freaking grave. It'll bring them back to life. Be great, folks. Nothing else pays.
This episode was brought to you by Commercial Fleet Financing.